From LEX 18, your official UK sports station for Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Tonight. Presented by UK Federal Credit Union.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into BBN Tonight. I'm Maggie Davis.
And I'm Eli Gain. Thanks for joining us. Coming up tonight, we have the latest on the women's basketball team, plus a couple of cool connections at the Barbasol Championship happening in town this week.
Plus, we recently caught up with one of the BBN's favorites. That would be Tyler Eulis. But let's get started with a very special guest who's with us right now in the studio. She's a Kentucky softball superstar with a very important announcement to make. Kayla Kowalik joins us now for tonight's Big Blue Story, presented by CHI St. Joseph Health. And Kayla, thank you so much for being here. I know you have finally made things official. The floor is yours. What's going on next year?
Absolutely. So last week I got the news that I got into grad school. So I'll be taking my 5th year and playing my last year of eligibility here at Kentucky.
Well, congratulations. That is so exciting.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
Everyone was pumped up about that just because of what you mean to the program. And I think even the biggest thing that maybe put a little more over edge was your tweet that you sent out. So if you haven't seen it, a great picture of Coach Rachel Lawson with the caption saying, "I officially have to deal with Kayla for another year." Got a little smirk out of that one. So it seems like your meme game is pretty up as well. Are we going to expect more of that this year too?
Oh, absolutely. Love Twitter. Love giving Coach Lawson a hard time. So definitely my favorite part.
Yeah, I think she loves Twitter too, and she loves giving you a hard time. What is your all's relationship like?
I definitely think I have like a weird relationship with Coach Lawson. Like I'm oddly, I feel like I'm really close. I can talk to her a lot about things, and like we can talk about softball and have a conversation and just kind of bounce ideas off of each other to kind of figure out what works best for me or what works best in a situation.
And that helps too, because obviously you've had that such long relationship that you've had with her. So I'm sure she was, of course, excited to hear that you were coming back as well. Now, okay, so you got a handful of things that are sitting on front of you in terms of accolades and records here at UK. You're already first in all-time batting average, triples, runs scored, second in all-time hits, fourth in total bases. Just look at this list right here. Tied for 6th in stolen bases, 7th all-time in walks. Now, any of these in particular you have circled for the year to rewrite with your name on them?
I'm definitely excited to hopefully capture the all-time hits. I think that's something that I'm a contact batter. I like batting for average. I'm not necessarily a power hitter that likes to hit the ball over all the time, but so definitely, getting on base and helping my team by scoring some runs.
Well, yeah, and you're incredibly close. I mean, look, 271 to 285. Is that something that was on your mind when you made this decision?
Not real. Like, stats weren't really on my mind when I wanted to come back and play my 5th year. I think it's cool that I get the opportunity to break a bunch of stats, but I love softball, and I love Kentucky softball, and I love the coaching staff and my team. So they're kind of at the forefront of my mind when I want to come back and play my 5th year.
We kind of talked before we had you on here, but was it an up and down decision that you were going through? Was it a roller coaster? What was the thought process in making the decision?
The thought process for me to take a 5th year, it really wasn't that hard. It was just, asking Coach Lawson if she, like, hey, will you have me back for a 5th year? And she was all for it. And, after that, that was pretty much all the ups and downs that I had. I'm fully committed to this program, and I really do love it here so much.
Yeah, I would have to guess that was a pretty easy yes for Coach Rachel Lawson. And as far as the team goals for this year go, what's on your mind in terms of what you want to see the Wildcats as a group accomplish?
I think the first goal, I think that's OKC. That's been my goal since I walked in as, a little baby 4.5 years ago. But definitely OKC. I'd like to see us compete and, go top 4, potentially win the SEC. I think those are all goals that just, are a given when you're a top program and, playing, for Kentucky and for Coach Lawson. She has her standards really high. So those are definitely goals going into this season. And
I think, too, it's going to help because, once again, this team was young in some aspects, but you guys also had a lot of leadership on that team. Now you have the players who were younger who have sort of gone through that tournament run and that experience. How does that help with everyone coming back?
I definitely think, young experience. I think, when you come in, I know for me, when I was a freshman, I came in and all I really wanted to do, I was like, I want to be good at softball. I want to play softball. I want to play the game. It gets a little bit more stressful as you get older and, your years, you start to count down the years, and excuse me, but things kind of come into perspective. But things are really simple when you're young and walking in on campus. It's like, I just want to be good at softball. So I'm definitely excited for what our young girls and our now sophomores and juniors, what they're going to do when they step in and, take some names on the field.
Yeah, definitely. And you've been incredibly busy this summer, spending a lot of time with the USA Softball's women's national team. Tell us a little bit about that and what that has been like for you so far.
Yeah, so I just recently got back a few days ago from Canada, playing with the national team at the Canada Cup, where we took home gold. So that was definitely really exciting. I think every young softball player kind of dreams to play for Team USA, and it's kind of crazy that I get to live out that dream.
Yeah.
I didn't think 15 years ago, 16 years ago when I started playing softball that my dreams could actually become a reality, but they have, and it just still feels so surreal. I love putting on that jersey, and it means everything.
Well, that's a testament to you and your hard work, and I know that the BBN is excited to see you back in the blue and white for another season, and still in school, getting your MBA like we talked about earlier.
More school.
Congratulations on more school.
Thank you, Maddie.
And more softball. And thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Kayla. All right, well, still ahead on BBN tonight, we have the latest on the women's basketball team and its schedule for this upcoming season, plus a behind-the-scenes look at the UK football team trying their hand at golf with some little Wildcats. We'll be right back.